Hello and welcome today. Thank you very much for dropping by and watching this video. In my previous video, I did talk about the fact that language is both physical and mental. Today, I'd like to focus on the mental aspect of language learning. The advantages, maybe disadvantages, and what you should do. First of all, the advantages. Come on. The human brain is, in fact, it's a gift from God. The way we store information in the brain determines largely what we do and how well we do. And so for you to store information in your brain, you need to read. You need to expose your brain to issues, books, words, information, all kinds of things. You need to do that because the brain has that power to store and give us back the information when we need them. So the quantity of knowledge you have or the quantity of information you have will determine largely what you do and how you do those things. But be careful. I'm not saying that the more information you have and then you can go and sleep and that you wouldn't do anything with it. No, I'm only trying to say that if you have more information and you are ready to act on those information, hey, success is yours. There's no two ways about it. So action, of course, defeats everything. If you don't act, nothing happens. Anyway, coming back to language and our mental aspect, when you read, if you study a language through your eyes, that is through reading, essentially, you're using your brain to store information. You know, language is about rules and regulations. It has rules, especially the grammar. If you study the grammar of any language, these are rules. And those rules guide the language, guide you to speak the language. When you study the present tense, the past tense, the future, the past participle, the present, the present perfect, and all of that, those things are the rules of the language, which guide you to now speak well. So, but the thing is, the advantage is that whenever you study these rules and use them correctly, you're good to go. Now, the problem is that if you spend all your life reading, you can do well in writing, of course. I mean, because in schools, what we do essentially is for you to read or teach you how to read and write, because the tests are always in written form. We test your competency in the language through writing, essentially. So you need to read, you need to know the rules, and then bring out those rules or apply those rules in writing whenever we give you any tests. So that's what's essentially what the school is all about. They test you through writing. But the problem is that if you go through that alone, you will know how to read and write. But my friend, you find it difficult to speak. That is where the physical aspect of language learning is important. Hey, I will speak about that in my next video. So catch me up when next. Until that time, please keep speaking up and do not forget to share my videos because they are very, very important to all the language learners around the world. Thank you very much.